Good afternoon, JW Leary families. It's Friday. We made it to the end of week one, and now we're at the end of week one. I figured I'd take a minute and show you a video that might answer a bunch of the questions that we have out there. And for lack of better words, we're going to call this video Remote Learning 101. So when your kid opens their Chromebook, they're going to want to get into their Google Classroom. Now, on the Google Classroom, there's going to be a bar of things down here at the bottom, right where it says this screencastify messages. And what you're going to be looking for, and I'll move myself out of the way, you're going to be looking for a picture that looks like this classroom, and you're going to click on it, and you'll open into the student classrooms. Now, this time I have 400 billion student classrooms, and we're not going to go through all of these. But your kid would pick on one. So one of them would say, like, Mr. Zaza Social Studies or Mrs. From ELA. So you would click on it, it would open it up. In the assignments, you're going to see, and I'll use one to show you if I can find it. I will open Mrs. Donahue's French class. Somewhere right on the first page, you're going to see, now hers happens to be written in French, but right here it says posted a new assignment, lay whatever French words I can't say. So you would open this up, and it's going to bring you into a slide that looks like this. Now, this is the format for all of our slides for all of our teachers. When you first open it up, it's going to be a slide that tells you what the date is, what the lesson is, what you're going to do today. She posted at the bottom when her office hours are. These are times when you can reach out to the teacher and they'll be live to talk to you. And Mrs. Donahue is pretty tech savvy, so she set up a document the kids can link on right here, and it opens up another document and they can go ask her questions there. The second slide we're going to blow right past. It's a form slide that's in all of them that there's nothing on that you need to worry about. The next slide you'll get to is we ask our teachers to do a teacher message every day. Throw up a video, tell them how things are going. I won't play this one, but to play it, all you have to do is hit the little triangle right in the middle of the circle, and the video will play. And this will either be a greeting, or it might be talking a little bit about the lesson, or it could be a little bit of both. So your kid would watch that, and then they'd move on to the next slide. This one just talks about, did you complete the things from last class? It reminds them where to find something in their Google Classroom and gives them a few notes. And then it goes right into the next slide. And I'm glad this one's here, because if you click on activity one, it doesn't work. So if that happens at home, this is the moment where sometimes there's stress, and I don't want there to be any stress. If your kid gets into something and a link is broken or it doesn't work, that happens all the time when you're using instructional technology. Just tell your kid to email the teacher and she'll get it fixed right away. So what would happen if it was working is there'd be a little bar that would show up that would be linked to something. They'd click on it and they'd go do it. Next one down, in her class, in this case, she's got these checks for learning. These are the class periods. The kids know which class period they're in. They would just click on theirs. And as you can see, it's going to open a link to Flipgrid. It would take them right out where they need to go. They'd submit and they'd be done. The next page has got their directions for homework. Once again, she's got these set up as links, so they would just check on their class. It would bring them out to where they need to go. And then the last slide is resources. So Mrs. Donahue is one of our more tech-savvy teachers, but this is all it is. The entire presentation has all the directions and all the links you need. Sometimes the presentations will say, you need this material, go check in my Google Classroom, but everything they need is in this slide deck. And it looks the same for every teacher at the junior high. As a matter of fact, it looks the same for every teacher K-12 in the district. We made them use the same template. I'll give you another example, and we'll end this video pretty quickly. This is Mr. Zaza's. Mr. Zaza is an 8th grade social studies teacher. As you can see, it looks exactly the same. It's got the date. He's talking about fireside chats. It talks about what they're going to be working on, when his office hours are. In his case, he's got a video message, which all the kid would have to do is click on this link. It would take them right to it. It talks to them about what they're going to be doing today. It links to a document they're going to need. And then the next few slides just talk about the agenda for the class. So if you were to read through this, you would know what they were going to do. The next slide is the actual materials and the questions for social studies and some key vocabulary. The questions are actually embedded in here. But what you'll see also is this is where he actually wants them to answer the questions. So I would click on this link, I'd open it up. If it works, I don't know if it works when I'm in Screencastify. It does. And you can see it takes them right to where they have to go, where they have to put in their work, the documents, and where they answer the questions. When they are done with that, they would just hit submit and it would be done. The check for learning was, he actually says it's that document you just did. He gives them some practice, some work to do in the textbook, some resources, and the lesson's over. These are meant to be pretty easy to follow. And I just wanted to show you a little bit about what your kids were interacting with every day this week. From here on out, if you have any questions, by all means, get a hold of your teachers. And if you can't get a hold of them, get a hold of me. If links are broken or if tech doesn't work, this is not a crisis. We'll just have you email the teacher and tell them that something's broke. They'll fix the link and everything will be good. So that's all I wanted to do today, is just show you and give you a little bit of a remote learning 101 session so you knew what your kids were involved with. I hope this is helpful. And if there's any questions, by all means, get a hold of me at school. Thanks a lot, everyone, and have a good day.